2 programs.
We've got a couple of callers on the line right now. Let's go out to Bob right now from Davenport. Hi there, Bob.
Yes, I have a canna lily that was given to me, and I planted it, and it's growing just fine. But then I've got some mixed feedback on, do I need to dig that up every fall, or does it go through the winter?
No. Cannas should not survive the winter in this area, and the proper procedure is you're going to wait until the day that they get frosted. When the tops finally get nipped really good, you go out, cut them off at ground level, lay the tops on the crown of the plant. You will not dig them up for 2 to 3 weeks. You let the ground cool down. If you dug them up the day they got frosted, they're still warm, they're trying to grow, they are not going to survive as well. And of course, every day you can leave them in the ground is 1 day less that you have to store them through the winter, and they are stored dry, in a box, at room temperature, cool room temperature. 65 would be nice.
Let's go to Paul right now. Hi there, Paul. Go ahead with your question.
Yes, Craig, I have 2 questions pertaining to Rose of Sharon bushes, which I have quite a few in my backyard. First, so many of the branches are just heavily laden with a bunch of, I'm going to call them buds because I'm not sure what they are. I don't know if they're unopened blossoms or whether they're seed pods, but do they need to be physically removed at the end of the season after a good hard freeze? And then secondly, some of my bushes, they're not growing up vertically like I had hoped for. They're kind of bushing out. And would I be able to, maybe in November, go out there and tie some ropes or cord around those bushes that are flopping down and direct them in a more vertical growth pattern than letting them flop down like they are now? Would I do any good by doing that?
It would definitely help. Now, those pods, a lot of the pods, if you go ahead and squeeze that pod, it's probably going to pop open, and yes, it's full of seed. If you were able to get out there through the summer, and as the flowers fade, remove those seed pods, you would actually get more bloom because the energy can go into new flowers rather than making seed production. This fall, you can go out and do some staking on them. I know in my yard, I actually have to put a cage around mine to keep the deer away from it. Yeah, deer do like.
Especially in Rock Island too, Craig.
Especially in Rock Island. I live right on a ravine. So yes, stake them up, do your deadheading. That would be considered deadheading, taking the seed pods off. You're going to get a lot better bloom and more upright growth in years down the road.
Let's go out to Judy right now from Muscatine. Hi there, Judy.
Hi, Craig. I have cylindrical arborvitaes. They've been in about 15 or 20 years, and now they're starting to get brown spots on them. And it seems like it's going from one bush to another. Is that good or bad?
You say, is the plant totally browning out?
No. It's just at the top, but it seems to be growing.
You know, it could be, and you know, we've actually had plants damaged by too much water this year. We've had so much rain. Your plants are old enough that you actually should go in and put a ring on them. And usually it is done at about eye level. You take number 9 clothesline wire and you make a ring just big enough to go around the green part of the plant, just inside the green. That helps them stand up straight. A little brown at the top, I'm not going to worry about that too much right now because they are going to grow past that. And since your plants are very well established, you know, the ringing, fertilizing in the spring is never going to hurt them. Past that, it's kind of between the plant and Mother Nature. Of course, like any shrub, you water when we don't get rain. We've had more than enough of that this year.
To say the least.
To say the least.
We appreciate you joining us here on News 8 at 11. And of course, if we didn't get to your question, hold on the line as Craig will take your calls during the commercial break. You can catch him every Wednesday right here on News 8 at 11. Coming up next, moving